The American Black Film Festival is one of the biggest festivals celebrating Black talent in film and television. Every June, filmmakers, writers, producers, actors, basically anyone Black and creative pulls up to Miami Beach for panels, premieres, parties, and real industry connection. This was my first time going. I didn't have a film screening, I wasn't on a panel, none of that. I just went to show up as a filmmaker, a fan of the craft, and somebody trying to get in the room, shake some hands, and hopefully leave with more clarity and a few contacts. So I bought my pass, prepped my website, printed new business cards, and hit I-95. I went to ABFF to be surrounded by people who get it, people telling stories that look like mine, sound like mine, feel like mine, you know? And what happened that week? I'm still unpacking it, but let me show you how it started. I picked up my lanyard at the convention center and looked around and immediately felt alone but surrounded. You know how you do on the first day of school? I didn't know a soul and everyone already looked like they were in the middle of conversation. So I did what any reasonable person does when they're trying not to panic. I made a TikTok.
I want to make a TikTok because I want to tag or put hashtag ABFF so that people can find it. I'm obviously going to make a concerted effort to put myself out there and talk to people, but you don't just do that. I'm going to do what I do best, and that's go via social media. I'm a keyboard warrior, babe, but I'm going to use my favorite sound.
After that, I hit the New York Film Academy workshop on producing because, yes, I came to network, but I also came to learn. They broke it all the way down, how to take an idea and protect it through development, funding, production, post. It was the kind of info you only usually get after 5 mistakes and a couple of lawsuits, so I was locked in and taking notes.
I made it back into the room, but I don't have much time because I need to get ready for the opening night party, which is happening at the Base Museum.
The opening night party meant everyone had on their best evening attire with sangria in one hand and a fan in the other. Just good music, open bar, and that feeling that we're all here for the same reason. I started the day by myself, but by the end of the night, I was dancing with people I just met, laughing over drinks, and swag surfing in the background of people's Instagram videos.
Okay guys, I'm doing my intro for day 2 in the bathroom because the lighting out in the main area is tripping. Day 1 was very successful. I met a lot of great people. Everything went to plan. You have to make things work for you. I was talking to my dad before I bought the steep ass, expensive ass ticket, and I was like, I'm kind of a shy person, but if people come up and talk to me, I immediately break out of that. But breaking the ice, going up to people first is kind of difficult for me. And he was like, well, Nyla, stop. And I'm like, okay. I needed to use my resources to work for me. So how do I get people to come up to me? And there I have it. Today's day 2. I'm kind of upset because I lost my freaking pinky ring in the opening night party last night. I'm so sad, y'all. I'm so sad because I got that pinky ring when I was in Italy. I really hate losing things, and especially in a really short time frame. I just went to Italy at the end of April, and not to mention Italy. When am I gonna be back to buy another freaking pinky ring on the side of the street? The lighting out here is super bad, but this is the outfit for today. It's super simple. I underestimated how much you're supposed to show out at this kind of event, but I will not make that mistake next year. I will not.
First panel of the day was with Chris Paul talking about his transition from basketball into film and TV production. Because how do you even make that jump? Oh, no pun intended.
Sometimes there are really important stories that you're really passionate about, and you have to understand that everyone is just not going to be as passionate as you are.
The Chris Paul panel just ended, and I'm headed over to the convention center to check out some of the sponsored booths that they have over there. I have a huge time block before the next events this afternoon. I'm having an issue because 3 events in the afternoon that I want to go to are overlapping. 2 panels and 1 screening all start within 30 minutes of each other, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But out of the 2 panels, one of them is regarding One of Them Days starring SZA and Keke Palmer, and they're gonna talk about the marketing and distribution of that film, and then the other one is a panel about sisterhood and financial and stuff like that with Gabrielle Union. And I wanted to go to the Gabrielle Union one just because, you know, it's Gabrielle Union. Like, let's see what she has to say. Queen. But at the same time, it's like, I really want to hear about the One of Them Days ones because I feel like that one is a lot more relevant to me. They kind of talk about how receptive Black audiences are to Black stories. And I just feel like if I'm going to be a producer or a filmmaker making Black films, I should want to hear about how receptive Black audiences are to those kind of films and how to market to them and, you know, things like that. And I just feel like the Gabrielle Union panel, as interesting as it sounds, just doesn't tip the balance as much as the One of Them Days panel. So I don't know. We're Walmart booth. You know, I gotta shout them out. They gave me a free bag. Yeah, oh, that is true. That is true. I did have to do a survey. Oh, I gave them my spam email.
I gave them my spam email.
You got a spam email?
Yes, that's how you gotta work it.
I didn't realize.
Yeah. It's an email that I had since I was like 12 years old. I was like, send it over there.
Days, an undeniable power of Black audiences in theatre is presented by Sony Pictures Entertainment.
We just finished in the One of Them Days panel and I am so happy I went in there. Like, I feel like I learned so much in there about what it means to market your film. When it comes to showing up for your film, knowing what it's about, knowing your target audience, knowing how to use social media for yourself. And also when I was there and they were talking about, oh, using social media this way and that way, I was just like, girl, that's what I did yesterday when I was dancing on TikTok for friends. Like, I'm the product, I sold the product, and I brought the consumer to me. Exactly. The panel really broke down the studio's approach to marketing, especially in the age of user-generated content and targeted social ads that we see everywhere. With One of Them Days, they focused on centering Black audiences in their campaign strategy and partnered with creators who aligned and understood the humor, the tone, and the culture of the film. Because at the end of the day, good strategy isn't just about reach, it's about relevance. Write that down. Anyway, I stopped at a new dinner spot I always wanted to try, and it was beautiful inside, the salmon was delicious, and I ordered a tiramisu because I deserved something sweet after pretending to be extroverted for 12 hours straight. I'm excited for my strawberry mojito. I haven't had one in like 3 years because nobody does strawberry mojitos. And it's like, that should be a classic. That should be like staple. Is there strawberry in this? Does this look like strawberry? Excuse me. This is strawberry?
No.
Oh yeah.
You're right.
It's okay. It was a mistake. I'm not the type of person to... It's okay, thank you. Exactly. This looks so good. This salmon is humongous. I kind of get why it's so expensive. Well, we're actually about to see. Heavy with the pepper, a dash of salt. Perfect. Oopsie. But the outside of this salmon is so crispy. It's the way I almost made it out of this place, and then they were like, do you want anything else? I was like, do you have dessert? And he was like, we got tiramisu. Now you hit me right in my weak spot. Now I gotta go spend another $50. Because why would you tell me you have tiramisu? Of course I'm gonna stay. Of course I'm gonna spend my money. I should have said no. It better be good. It better be good, because this check is gonna be crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, hello? This is so interesting. The way the tiramisu is actually like blocked by the massive pile of whipped cream. You first. I definitely shouldn't have gotten this, but it is good. It's really good. To cap the night was the Because They're Funny comedy show hosted by DC Young Fly with 5 comedians and 5 very different sets. I just spent the afternoon listening to a panel about knowing your audience and then sat through jokes that were clearly not tested on a black crowd, or probably any crowd. But shout out to the comics who came with the material that actually landed and shook the room with laughs. And somehow at the end of it all, I ended up with a picture with Romeo Miller. You never know who's going to be in the audience. Oreo shake. I'm plowing through it. Y'all, sometimes you just have to get crafty, but there's no iron in the room. And the front desk doesn't open until 10 a.m. and it's 9:22. I'm not trying to be here till 10 a.m. I might be, but I don't want to be ironing my shirt at 10 a.m. So I'm using my flat iron and it's actually working out pretty well. I'm wearing a corset over this. I don't need the entire shirt to be in like perfect condition, but I can't have it looking crazy.
Global superstar, Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, actor, CEO, local movie star, executive producer, and just one of the most iconic artists of all time. Everybody make some noise for Ashanti! You know how when you first break up with someone, you hate them for a little bit and then it goes away. At that moment, I didn't actually hate them, but I didn't know what the vibe was. So I'm just standing there like, okay, what is he gonna do? And then hug came, and I don't know what happened after.
Hey y'all, so I just came out of the Ashanti thing and it was so cute. Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna watch it. That was such good marketing because yeah, I am gonna watch it. And all of the episodes are dropping at once, so I'll just turn it on and check it out. Next, the next panel, see, this is what I'm about to say. The next panel is like in an hour, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go home and get everything that I left because I ran out in a rush. I forgot my watch, I forgot my face powder, and I forgot my sock liners because these shoes are beating my ass. I think I could get a picture in these shoes and then just leave them at home because they are crushing my toes and slicing my heels. Guys, I changed the shoes. I had to change the shoes. If I didn't change the shoes, y'all were gonna hear me complain all day and then it wasn't gonna be fun. It wasn't gonna be fun for anybody. I'd much rather be comfortable than have my pinky toes about to fall off on the streets of Miami. Like, this girl took some pictures for me when I had on the ballet flats, and honestly, I wasn't feeling the ballet flats anyway. So, all for the better. Am I gonna feel these shoes? I don't know. We'll see. If I don't, crop.
We're joined by Da Vinci, who plays Terry Southwest T. Flattery, Derek, Big Tank for you. And last but most certainly not least, Kia Bounds.
You come in as yourself. Sometimes there's on fittings, on days that you're not working. So when I come in as Da Vinci, and I wear something, what the hell is this? I'm not wearing this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not me. This is him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my. But sometimes, you know, when you try something or you really don't like it, that's that feeling oftentimes. And they always choose the fit that you don't like. They were like, oh, we have a few options. And I'm like, okay. I favorite this one, I heart this one, circle this one. That's not what they choose.
I know you're like, I was really wearing that in 95. And the answer is yes.
The panel I've been waiting for all weekend was the one and only Mara Brock Akil, moderated by Terrence J. She walked out and the entire room shifted. Like, that's the woman who gave us Girlfriends, The Game, Being Mary Jane, and now she's building something new with her Netflix series, Forever. As stacked as her resume is, Mara dropped unforgettable gems about the development of her new show, how it began with the 12-year-old girl in her who grew up reading Judy Blume and evolved with the mother who wanted to see growth, sexuality, and romance reflected in Black adolescence. She said, "Love is in my pen and I fish with a pen and paper." A reminder that truth lives in fiction, and as creatives, we should always be writing, especially journaling. And baby, don't play with me in a journal. Don't play with me in a journal. Me and a journal go way back.
We're going to be on this together. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. And this is video. So be cute. Together we're going to say forever on 3. Okay, ready? And scream it like from your child voice. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
How's it going?
Huh?
Were you just in there?
Yeah.
How-
That was wonderful. I gotta go watch the show now.
You haven't seen it? Where have you been?
I don't watch TV like that. I don't.
Okay, I get it, but it's only 8 episodes. You can finish it in a day.
I'm gonna go ahead and binge watch it.
Yeah, you can finish it in a day. It's a beautiful show. It's a beautiful show. Let me calm down. Like, I literally just want to chill. Wow, this is such a cute picture. I like that. Guys, I'm low-key obsessed with this angle because look at the palm trees behind me. The Mara Brock Akil panel turned out, it was so good. It was everything I thought it was going to be. And literally the first 5 seconds she came in and was talking, I was sobbing. I was actually trying to stop myself. But you know how it goes. I didn't know that it was going to be moderated by Terrence J. But there was one thing that she said to one of the people who did like a Q&A session, and it was regarding being like a multi-hyphenate / jack of all trades person. And I don't know, it kind of like hit me in the chest because I feel like a lot of people in our generation are doing that right now, and it's because you don't really know which industry is going to catch you. You have to be able to do it all so that when your opportunity comes, you can say, oh, I'm capable of doing this. But she said it's distracting. For example, the person who asked is a music composer, but she's also right now a content creator who makes music that she posts on different platforms. She makes pop music, electric music, R&B. And you know, she wasn't saying that like maliciously, and she isn't saying that as an industry answer either. She just feels that it's being a jack of all trades is kind of distracting and that you should like hone in on one. So I've had a little bit longer to process this and gather my thoughts, and Mara was never being shady. I get where she's coming from. You know, there's power in clarity and owning the lane that you're in. But from my perspective and from others that I spoke to after the panel, the truth is a lot of us have kind of been forced into this kind of hustle. You know, we may be multi-passionate, but we're also multi-hyphenates because we have to be. We've been shut out of rooms. We're not always given access to mentors or direct pipelines and nepotism. So when you don't know which door will open first, you start learning how to build and open your own. And suddenly you're the director, you're the editor, you're the producer, you're the social media strategist, you're the talent, you're everything. So yeah, we're doing the most. But if you flip the perspective, it's not always about distraction. It's about survival. So maybe the challenge now is figuring out how to hold on to that flexibility while still leading with a little bit of clarity and letting people know this is what I do best, even though I have to wear 10 hats just to get into the room. And in my research while thinking about this and what Mara said, there was a Hollywood Reporter article that came out in October of 2024 called The Big Squeeze and why Hollywood feels like it's not going anywhere. And they were talking about how 80-year-old executives aren't making space for the people below them, and therefore it's kind of a trickle-down effect, and nobody's really moving in Hollywood. They just keep remaking the same films that aren't really relating to the newer generation, and it's because the newer generation isn't getting into those executive spots. Is this a commentary video? Hold on, because I just felt like this was such a passionate topic once I started thinking about it for real. I'm editing this now, and in my head, I'm pretending this is my own ABFF panel. I won. They were saying that a lot of the executives are being recycled. And because they're being recycled, there's less opportunity for the people under them to be given a shot. And giving them a shot now seems high risk. It's not just graying studio chiefs who are stubbornly clinging to their jobs. The layers of execs beneath them, the executive VPs and those under them, and also those under them, are sticking in for jobs longer. Who can blame them? Right now, there aren't a whole lot of other jobs out there. Meanwhile, the cost of retirement continues to rise, especially for those accustomed to a certain Hollywood lifestyle. People are living longer, healthcare and home care have never been more expensive, there's every reason to stay put. I would argue even more so after the pandemic and the writer's strikes. So now everyone has their butts super glued to their chairs and their corner offices double bolted. I feel like that partially supports my claim in that you never know which door is going to open, because nobody's opening doors anymore. So everybody just has to do everything, especially since entrepreneurship is so much easier, I would say, because there's more avenues for it, and startups are easier since YouTube's a thing and these platforms are a thing. Girl, let me not get off on a tangent, but I feel like I made my point. Thank you.
I got a little acai smoothie from Miami Bowl. Strawberry, banana, acai, so then I saw 3 canes. I got some fries and bread, but no chicken. Hey you all. So I don't think I've talked to the camera at all today, but right now I'm going to find some food because I got like a massive chunk before my next event, which I still actually haven't figured out. But basically the first event of the day was the Best of ABFF Awards, where they awarded a bunch of awards to different filmmakers who had movies screening at the event. I missed a lot of it because I was late. Both Best Director and Best Narrative went to The Fisherman, which I missed, but they are having a replay next week online, so I can watch all of the films that I missed this week, which I was complaining about because I was like, why are all of the panels and events happening during screening? And the HBO award went to Ado. It was the one about the theater teacher. That was just so obvious. That was so obvious. That one was crazy, and the fact that it went first in the lineup was insane. They were still having another event in one of the other halls, and it was about mental health. There were 3 people on the panel. It was a mental health doctor / therapist, Da Vinci, and Shamik Moore. Yeah. With cookie crunchy, please. Damn, I need to stop doing that. I got sea salt with caramel ribbons. It was $6 for 1 scoop, girl. Whatever. I know I like it, and I wanted a sweet little treat. That's Miami for you. You do what you gotta do. So now I'm headed back. I decided I'm gonna go to the Peacock panel, but this is melting and I need to eat it, so bye.
Yeah,
Tate, nice to meet you, I'm Nyla.
Oh yeah, I did follow you. I saw your video.
Oh, the airball video?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. When you followed me, I saw that you are in connection with something called Epic Network.
Yeah, so the Epic Networking Party was yesterday.
How have you been enjoying the event otherwise?
It's been great. I've definitely been watching more movies this year. Last year I went to way too many panels. Not that that's a bad thing, but I didn't balance it out. And this year I feel like I definitely balanced it out a lot more.
That's good. This year is my first year, and everyone I've been meeting, I've been telling them like everything's been overlapping, and I've only been going to panels. I think I went to 2 movies this year, and it's been really frustrating because I love watching movies, you know?
Stack so many things on top of each other that you have to choose. It's the kind of thing that you gotta cover the group, even though I haven't typically done that.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to be like, listen, we gotta narrow it down. What can we not miss?
Yes.
And then I just write
That's
it
what
down.
I did.
Yep.
So I'll say this, it's important in the beginning, but once you get to a point where you have a community of people supporting you, you can kind of ditch that niche and just be you and be active and be everything that you want to be. But also creative on social media.
So much for coming. Amazing. And right. Have a great night, and we hope to see you next year.
Beautiful.
All right.
The last event of the festival was Remembering Love Jones, and it couldn't have ended on a better note. Hearing Nia Long and Larenz Tate talk about Love Jones felt like watching history unfold in real time. That film didn't just depict Black love, it defined it for a generation with its poetry, jazz, intimacy, and undeniable chemistry. The legacy of that film reminded all of us in the room why stories like ours matter, and how deeply we feel their absence in today's landscape. At one point, the DJ played Hopeless by Dion Ferris, and without missing a beat, Nia, Larenz, and the entire audience started to sing along.
Goodbye morning. Look at my baby singing. Sorry it had to Appreciate y'all. Jeff Friday, Nicole Friday. Nice crowd. Thank you. Amara Brock Akil. All of y'all love.
That was so amazing. Now I gotta go watch Love Jones again. The last time I watched it, they were showing it at the SLC at FSU literally a year ago. So now I gotta go watch it again. Okay, so the true last event of the festival was the iconic closing night legendary white party at M2 nightclub. And when I say everybody was there, I mean everybody.
Baby, I know. Step on the gas, brake, dip, let's go. Speakers in the bag, let it hit for show. Baby, if you like it, we can get a little more. Ice in the air, let it fall like snow. Let me see that work. Some soft, some cute, she can hit a little twerk to. Do that stuff and really show me what it is. Hello Fresh, where I deliver my biz. Big ass pocket so I can hold this cash. Big ass shirt so I can fit this drip. Big old dome piece, the Congolese wapty. Ballin' with a tennis racket.
The drinks were flowing, although it was a $12 Sprite and cranberry juice for me. There were dance circles, line dances, big folded fans waving in the air, and I need to get myself one ASAP. And the music, perfect, all night. No notes. I think that's why they call it legendary. Then the DJ got up on stage and said they'd be open until 5 a.m. That's when I knew I could not keep up with this crowd. It was absolutely time for me to wrap that up. But if given the chance, I would absolutely do it again in a heartbeat. ABFF was one of those experiences that reminded me why I do this, and there were so many moments that made me feel like I was exactly where I needed to be, whether it was the panels or the people I met or the movies I watched, you know? If you're watching this video, if you even made it this far and you're a filmmaker or a creative or an actress or anyone and you're trying to find your place in this industry, I would say let this be your sign to go where your people are. Even if you go alone, even if you don't have it all figured out yet, you literally never know what could happen if you just show up. You owe it to yourself to literally just show up. I just want to thank ABFF for the panels, the parties, the conversations in between, and yes, even the $12 Sprite, I guess. Also, this is the longest video I've ever posted on my channel ever, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Definitely like this video. If you have any questions about more of my experience, you can definitely ask in the comments. I definitely want to go again next year, for sure. I got everything I needed out of this experience. It was amazing. Loved it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you in the next one.